Hello, people. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. My topic for today is lust, and I'll take you through the definition of lust, how you can identify lust, and how one is able to deal with strong feelings for lust. And the definition of lust is that lust is a strong sexual desire for someone. So, lust is one of the 7 deadly sins that is described in the Bible, and lust is a big problem in our society, and it mostly affects men, although ladies also lust. And I'll take you through the ways in which one is able to identify lust. Number one, a person only feels the desire to feed his sexual needs and aims for physical relations. So, a person who lusts usually has the desire for someone sexually, and it starts with seeing the person physically. Then the person fantasizes with his mind and thinks of having a sexual desire for that person, and it starts with the mind, then the action follows. And so a person only thinks about fulfilling his sexual appetite. Number two is the feeling of lust occupies a person's mind, and that feeling of desire is all they think about. So lust comes first in the mind, and so once you think about like sleeping with someone, then the action follows. And so the Bible tells us that we must renew our minds. So our minds are very powerful, and people, once someone thinks about lasting, then the action follows. He thinks about raping that person or committing fornication, so forth and so on. Number three is that lust usually ends after a certain period, and it's very short-lived. So lust comes only for a short time. Once you lust after that person, you only think about fulfilling your sexual desires. You don't think about the consequences. You don't think about what are the repercussions of committing fornication, adultery. You don't think about having the dangers of contracting sexually transmitted diseases like HIV/AIDS, STDs, amongst other sexually transmitted diseases, or even herpes. Number four, people with a strong desire are superficial and base their feelings on another person's look or status. So someone who is lusting thinks about what is attracting, what body features is attracting him or her. For example, for a man, is attracted to a woman's breast, is attracted to a body type, is attracted to even the hairstyle, her walking style, amongst other ways in which makes him to lust. Or for a woman who thinks about the body type of a man, for example, his chest, his biceps, his muscular legs, amongst other ways that can make a woman lust after a man. And so someone who always lusts always looks at the body of of, of a certain individual that can make him to commit an abomination. How how to deal with strong feelings of lust? Number one, exercise self-control on your desires. Try your best to control your desires. Have self-control on your mind. Make sure that if you have feelings for lust, try your best to control those appetite, that sexual appetite till marriage. Try your best to just keep your mind under control. You can do that through the Word of God. You can do that also through counseling and amongst other ways. Number two, try to keep your surroundings clean and stay away from obscene environment. Try your best to keep your environment clean. Try your best to avoid places that may provoke you to lust. For example, if you are thinking about lusting after women, try your best to avoid public places where women dress indecently. For example, bars. Avoid them because those are the places that can make you lust after women. Or even try your best to stay out of streets, especially at night. If you see women dressing provocatively, not dressing decently, just try your best to stay away from places that may make you to lust after a woman. If you're a man, just do not stay in a place where it leads you to sin. Then number three, always keep your mind busy. Just try your best to occupy yourself. Try your best to keep yourself busy so that you don't have the thoughts of lust. As they say, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. Try your best to keep your mind busy with usual activities. For example, house chores, even you can also read a book, amongst other ways, so that you don't have those sexual desires of lust. Then number four, avoid using and abusing alcohol and drugs. If you take drugs and alcohol, chances of you lusting and committing sexual sin is very high. In that, if you take alcohol, your mind is distorted. You can't think well, and you end up sleeping with anybody that you see without you knowing or thinking. And number five is learn to respect yourself as well as other people. Try your best to respect the boundaries for other people. Do not be near a woman or a man if you're thinking about lust. Try your best to think about what are the consequences of doing such an action. Also think about just keep boundaries with other people. If you cannot control yourself, keep boundaries, and also seek counseling from a variety of counselors, or even seek counseling from a pastor. And finally, number 6, prayer. Prayer is a very effective tool against lust, because lust is very spiritual, and once you pray, those lustful thoughts will disappear. You will be able to overcome lust by the power of God. And so once you pray, you won't have those lustful thoughts, because those lustful thoughts will be subjected and conquered by the power of God. If you've learned something about lust, and if you've been blessed by this video, you can comment down below, and have a good day.